Omno. Now, this is very much your journey type of game, where it's more about, no pun intended, the journey rather than, just like some completion goal. This game is absolutely gorgeous. I adore everything about this game. Once again, the music, the art style, I don't even know how to describe the art style. I almost want to call it low poly, but it's not really low poly. The music is this soft, ambient, magical, just oh so heavenly soundtrack that plays in the background. Like, I'm not kidding. The soundtrack to this game is so beautiful, it brought me to tears. This game is an awesome mix of like that journey type gameplay where you have those moments where you're just kind of like surfing throughout the landscape, but then it's also like 3D puzzle platformer in a way. Now, don't worry, if you're anything like me and you're terrible at puzzles, that the puzzles aren't that hard in this game. It's just a very general term where it's like, hey, yes, there's environmental puzzles, but they're not difficult. The game as a whole isn't difficult. Even the most novice or newbie of gamers would be able to get through this game no problem. But again, you'll just be going throughout, and it's one of those games where you progress through the environments, through the levels. You'll never necessarily be like backtracking or anything like that, but you do gain new abilities that grant you access to various things in the environment that you wouldn't have been able to do or interact with before. And furthermore, there's almost like a collectathon element to it, because in each section there's only some very basic puzzles that you need to do to progress. But optionally, if you want to go for the extra collectibles, if you're like a trophy or achievement hunter, or if you just simply want to go for that stuff, I mean, the option is there and it's really fun to do so. In fact, this was one of those times, because depending on the game, right? Like, some games I go out of my way to 100%, other ones I just kind of play for the credits. This one, I didn't necessarily 100% it, but I did go for a lot more of the extra collectibles than even I was expecting to. I was like, oh wow, this is actually really fun. You get into the groove, and I don't necessarily want to say that you put your brain on autopilot, but you almost get into like this zen state rather, where it's like, you're jiving with like that soft ambient music, you're relaxing, and you're just kind of casually going through, picking up the collectibles, getting these new abilities. And the game, again, the ending brought me to tears. This game as a whole is just so beautiful. I cried so many times playing this game just because of how beautiful it was. And it's not one of those games where it's like, it's trying to make you cry. It's literally just that beautiful that I couldn't help it. Please, if you get the chance, play Omno. Again, one of those games you can probably beat in like 3 to 5 hours, I want to say. I think my playthrough took somewhere in there 3 to 4-ish hours, I think. I'm a sucker for these journey type of games, though, whether it be the original Journey game or other games that just kind of have like a similar vibe, like Omno.